Welcome to this overview presentation of the Fireline Systems Equipment Pack service software with QuickBooks for compressor distributors. Simple to use and easy to learn. Equipment Pack service software for QuickBooks provides an integration directly to the desktop versions of QuickBooks Pro, Premier, and Enterprise editions. It's a seamless integration allowing the invoices to be created inside QuickBooks, which eliminates any duplication or need for import or synchronization. All of the inventory control, purchase order control, and accounting continues to be done inside your QuickBooks. In addition to that, the Equipment Pack software brings to light the ability to keep track of customer tracking, including the scheduling of all of your service calls, shop work, new sales, and refurbishments. In addition, you can keep track of your assets. All of your compressors can be tracked with the detailed information per compressor by service location, also including complete equipment history and asset tracking for rentals, sales, and shop work. Office estimating gives you the ability to create your estimates and send proposals, and then of course activate those into new sales. Service and rental agreements can be created within the software. Preventative maintenance schedules for quick reminders, PM parts required can be tracked, as well as automating the agreement billing function. And today we're going to look at the Field Mobile Paperless function of the Equipment Pack service software for QuickBooks. Streamlining your mobile paperless solution in the field has many benefits. Obviously, it reduces the paperwork and the duplication that manual paperwork creates. It turns around your billings much faster so you can increase your cash flow. It also increases the productivity of both the office and the field technicians while improving customer service. And for those of you that have any concerns, QuickBooks cannot be accessed by the field technicians at all. The mobile application will work in the field with either Android or Apple tablets or smartphones, and an app is downloaded from either the iTunes or the Play Store. In the office, work orders are created and dragged and dropped onto the calendar board for today into the proper technicians column. These could be service technicians that are out in the field or even service technicians that are in your shop. Once those calls are in the column, they can be simply clicked on, sent out to that particular technician like an email to the device that they're carrying. In this example, Tommy has 2 calls that have been sent to him out in the field on his iPad mini. Notice that Tommy cannot see the actual calendar board in the office. He can only work his jobs that have been sent to him electronically. When he clicks open the first job here from Boston Wharf, you'll see that the app takes over. He's got the service location, the billing address, he's got information from the office. He can also see that there's an active agreement in place for this particular customer, and he can make a telephone call to the customer or send him a text that he's on his way. Tommy can quickly get directions to the service location from where he's at by clicking the map button, which keys him directly into Google Maps to get his directions. There are several other buttons at the bottom of the screen that he can use to work this particular job. The Pictures button allows Tommy to go ahead and take pictures while he's on site of equipment, serial plates, etc. The Equipment button here allows him to see all of the installed equipment at this particular service location, with the ability to drill down into each piece of equipment to see the work order history. If in fact the office hasn't had time to set up the installed equipment, Tommy can go ahead and click the New button and actually start to build that equipment for the office while he's out in the field. He also has the ability to go ahead and put any notes he needs to into that work order by either typing or talking the notes directly in. If there is an active service agreement, he'll see all the individual pieces of equipment that are covered under that particular active agreement. He also has the ability to see up to 20 or so of the most recent work orders from a history standpoint that have been performed at this particular location prior to him going out there today. Tommy can go ahead and timestamp his activity when he's traveling, when he arrives at the job, when he starts the work, when he finishes the work, and that usually is very helpful for the office to be able to monitor their work orders for payroll purposes. He also has the ability then to go ahead and record exactly what he's done on the job. Let's go ahead and click the Items button to see how that works. If in fact this was a PM type of a work order, any consumable parts, filters, etc., that were scheduled to be used on this particular job would show up on his preliminary list and be included in his item list automatically. In this case, we're just going to go ahead and add our specific items that he's done as he's worked on this particular piece of equipment. Tommy can quickly go ahead and start to type in the name of some type of a part and actually look up that particular part in the list that is provided on his device. This list would come directly from the QuickBooks items list in your QuickBooks software. You do have the ability to send to the mobile device any number of items from your QuickBooks items list. In addition to looking up the items with either a description or an item number, Tommy can also just go ahead and type in descriptions that he wishes to have, as well as the quantities and the pricing. There is another option that's available if you do have some type of an Excel parts file. That Excel parts file can alternatively also be linked so he can look up items from that particular type of a parts file. Once Tommy has recorded his labor, his trip charge, and everything that's associated with that particular job, he can go ahead and present it directly to the customer. He can see a description of that work performed that Tommy's put in here. He can see any recommendations that Tommy has made. Go ahead and sign and authorize that particular work, and Tommy can enter the person that authorized the work. If you happen to do any type of COD work, the pricing optionally can be turned on. We can indicate whether the payment was check, cash, COD, MasterCard, Visa, etc. And again, the authorization can be taken. Once that's concluded, optionally we have the ability to go ahead and send a receipt via email to the customer with the signature, and then that information will come back from Tommy's device back into the office to marry right back up with the original work order. Whoever is responsible then for reviewing the work that's been performed by the technicians in the field, they can pull up the work order and see exactly what parts and labor line items, etc. that the service tech has recorded. They can go ahead and price out that particular job right here on the work order register. They can add additional line items as necessary. And once they have everything set the way they want it for this particular job, they can go ahead and merely put check marks next to those line items that they want to send over to QuickBooks into the invoice screen. In this case, we've indicated all three should be sent over to the invoice screen in QuickBooks. And when we click the QuickBooks button down below, those particular line items are transferred automatically into QuickBooks, creating the next incremental invoice seamlessly in QuickBooks without duplication. This concludes our brief overview of the Field Mobile Paperless solution for Equipment Pack service software for QuickBooks. For additional information or a demonstration of Equipment Pack, give us a call at area code 800-890-8614.